You can just take a seat then. Thank you and welcome. Let's see you.
Call to order the regular meeting of the Rio Dell City Council. Roll call, please.
Mayor Lawrence,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Carter. Here. Councilmember Orr.
Here.
Councilmember Wilson.
Here.
Councilmember Woodall.
Here. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There is nothing to report out of closed session. Public presentations. This is the time for persons who wish to address the council on any matter not on this agenda and over which the council has jurisdiction. As such, a dialogue with the council or staff is not allowed under the Brown Act. Items requiring council actions not listed on this agenda may be placed on the next regular agenda for consideration if the council directs, unless a finding is made by at least 2/3 of the council that the item came up after the agenda was posted and is of an urgency nature requiring immediate action. Please limit comments to a maximum of 3 minutes. Is there any member of the public who would like to make a comment? Any hands raised? Any emails? Yeah. We will close public comment and move to the consent calendar. Would anyone like to, any council member like to remove an item from the consent calendar? Public member? No. And I would ask for a motion to approve the consent calendar.
So moved.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Motion carries 5-0. We will move on to staff communications, page 85 in our packets. City manager.
Thank you, Mayor Garnes and members of the council. So just a quick update on the hazard mitigation planning process update. The staff has been working with the county to submit all the necessary paperwork to the Federal Emergency Management Agency to get approval for the countywide hazard mitigation plan update. And I have some good news, which is that the county, Rio Dell, and the McKinleyville Community Services District have been approved to move forward with local adoption. So at one of our upcoming meetings, there will be the official adoption of the hazard mitigation plan for the next 5 years. The Cal City's Redwood Empire Division will be meeting in Fortuna this Friday on the 22nd with a special guest, which will be Cal City's President Lynn Kennedy, who is the Mayor Pro Tem for the city of Rancho Cucamonga. I am told that she's a very dynamic speaker, and I have been encouraged to encourage all of any of the council members who'd be interested in attending. It is at the River Lodge, 3 o'clock on the 22nd. Should be informative. These are, just generally informational meetings for the representatives. And then I'll also be attending the Wildlife Conservation Board meeting virtually on August 28th for the potential award of a $1.2 million grant for the 88 portion of the Eel River Trail. That's the section of Davis Street that did not quite get finished. So we're working currently with the city attorney on the approval process for the paperwork on that. And then by the 28th, it should be, I believe that it's looking likely that it will be approved by the Wildlife Conservation Board. So with that, I'll go ahead and return, see if there's any questions of staff. And the council also got their the police department update, which should have been on your desk. It didn't make it into the packet, but you should have it on your desk to add to your staff update. So with that, I'll go ahead and return it back to the mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, city manager. Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. As always, I'm gonna look at our animal control. 0 animals reported or transported to Miranda's rescue this time. No dogs, no cats, no nothing. So that is wonderful. The other thing I'm gonna kick to Travis. You so eloquently stated it about our spay neuter voucher program, so I'm gonna ask if you would kind of say the same thing that you said to me, because you're gonna do it better than I would.
Yeah, so we applied for 2 grants through the McLean Foundation, one for $2,000 and another for $1,500 for the spay and neuter program. And that's a reimbursement grant, so once we reach that threshold, then we submit for reimbursement. And as of the end of July, we hit that mark, and so just show the success and popularity of the program and the impact that it's making for Rio Dell.
Which of course makes me thrilled. So thank you so much for your work with me on that and everything that you've done to help the community, and because they're who matter the most. So I've been really annoying to Travis where I buzzed into his office. I want to say thank you and all the data and everything. And Rosa, I'm going to thank you too, because I've harassed you about that and gotten emails with very lovely data sets, and I appreciate very much. That's it for me. Thank you.
Okay, Councilmember Orr,
No question.
Councilmember Woodall,
No.
Councilmember Wilson.
Yeah, just a couple of thoughts. Police chief, on 2 residential vacancies, 2 cases, not for the city, but 2 properties in the city.
The specific properties, I don't know, they'll be discussed at nuisance tomorrow, Councilmember. Generally, a lot of the city-related properties will be parks or the property here where there's complaint of animal poop or dumping or something like that, city sidewalks, stuff like that. Those are generally what city-related nuisance abatement calls are regarding.
The people don't want to, and,
Yeah.
but they okay. That's fine. That's something else. That's not good. This is all I have.
Okay, thank you. I would just like to say thank you to staff. I have no questions. Is there anyone in the public who has a question of staff on the staffing report? Sorry. Oh,
Number 1.
that.
Money, where are we on? Reconstruction.
The slope out, yeah, up there. So the construction is done. At this point, we're waiting for the county to send us an invoice for our share of that project. I believe they said that would be forthcoming in September. So sometime next month, we should be receiving a bill. My understanding at this point, I don't have the exact figure, but I think we had originally a couple of years ago worried that this is potentially a liability in excess of $500,000, and we expect it to be significantly less than that. So our share, but we'll wait until the bill ends.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Any hands raised? Any emails? I'm gonna raise their hand. There, so I will close that, and we will move on to special presentations. Presentation by Mahalia Broussard, Rio Dell Canvas, Enhancing Our Town's Identity Through Street Art, page 88 in our packets. I will turn this over to Vice Mayor. Well, Kyle, do you want me to turn it over to either?
I'm the one who, yes.
Somebody's gonna
Yep,
turn it
yep,
over.
no, it's me, I'm getting it. I brought this before the council and requested that this be on the agenda, so I would love to introduce Mahala. Mahala originally came to a couple of beautification committee meetings with this lovely idea to do smaller street art projects around the city. We have a couple big murals that have been done by, people that we've hired who I think are from Eureka and come down and do murals. And I was really happy to get somebody who was born and raised in Rio Dell and wanted to, participate in beautifying the community. And I think it's a wonderful idea. And so I have asked that she come before the council. And I think for this one, we are talking specifically about the utility box that is just this side of the Scotia Bridge.
Can you bring this over to the center, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And with that, Mahala, I would love to just kind of hand it over to you. You've given us a lovely, right, about the benefits and the motivation of including our local youth in, street art projects, and then, a very thorough, step-by-step process of what you would do. So if you would like to talk us through that, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, so my main motivation for it is that I see a lot of community like big murals, but I see a lot of missed opportunities for very small projects that I see other towns taking advantage of. And I know a lot of projects go to people who either already have that credibility or have those job titles when or are at a certain age, certain demographic, when I believe that a lot of young teens would feel more included if they could help out within their own town. So on my board, I have pictures of our utility boxes and little things around versus Rio Dell versus Eureka's, and you can tell they're a lot more colorful. They either blend in or they're just complete contrast to the areas around them. And I think it's a good show of how everyone sees things differently. For example, even when just doing this project, I decided to draw flowers. So the top metal piece is my flowers, and then the bottom piece is my dad's. And I also have just a white one at the bottom to show what it looks like prep, which is just completely white and sanded. And they're all removable if you guys want a closer look. But I just thought that this would help the town and include a lot more local artists so they could maybe even build the credibility to do bigger murals. And it advanced a lot of the beautification process by doing just smaller projects. And it really built a bridge between the actual council and community and younger teens who may not know how to get their foot in the door. Yeah.
Well stated.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And then I'd like to jump in with a little bit more detail too. All of this project, and we're, again, utility box, just the north side of the Scotia Bridge, kind of set back by those apartments. This would all be paid for by the Community Resource Center. We've already run that by them. There are certain materials we can get donated, and we will utilize that to the extent that we can as well. But this won't cost, the city's not paying for this. This is a community project that somebody else is paying for. My next question is actually going to go to Mr. Randy. I know you're the streets superintendent. So do you see any benefits or drawbacks to that, using that utility box in particular?
The blue box you're talking about, that hasn't been used since 2006. It's within a defined fenced area,
Yeah,
so I don't see any problem with doing this.
from a public works perspective, it's fine. Okay, thank you.
Also, I just want to make sure to specify that the top metal piece is the design that I plan to do. So,
Which I love it.
The flower ones here.
yeah, the flower one at the top is.
I love that. Just the one, can you say, you can take them out?
Yeah.
I think that's a brilliant thing.
You show it to you, you'll only take it.
If you want.
I don't want to.
And this has been painted on metal to show.
Oh my
This
God,
is-
you're the best. I just, thank you.
You know, it's so unusual. In town the other day, I saw one with flowers on it and it had these same colors. It's really pretty. Thank you. Thank you.
So let's keep it there.
Yeah, I think the audience got the public members would love to see it. So I thought there was some possibilities.
So.
It's metal,
Yeah.
it's the same medium that she'd be painting on, and it's been primed, and that's exactly what it would look like.
Yeah, it would be sanded the same, primed the same.
So,
And the mediums were spray paint and just acrylic paint. So I'd be using the same materials to do the utility boxes.
when I got my packet, I wanted to, I was impressed.
the information you gave us.
Oh, that
You gave us all the information we needed and, you know, I could see it going straight through and you did a great job of explaining it to us. And you did a great job. Flowers. Yeah, absolutely.
So then, would the public like to have any input here?
It's bad.
All right, thumbs up, Caroline's good. So there's actually not an action. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for, you know, at a younger age that you're willing to participate in this community benefits that you'll benefit. And if you're old enough to vote the council, you should want to consider that next year. Yeah.
And you're old enough because you can run whenever you.
There's no age limit, I'm 16,
Exactly.
I don't fully know.
When I was 16, I was definitely not trying to make my community any better. I'm gonna tell you what I was doing, that wasn't that, so I'm very proud that Rio Dell has, put forth somebody who, is so great, so, thank you.
I also did put the like exact address of the building the box is next to, in case that no one has pictured it.
Yeah.
I have that information.
Thank you for your attention to
Thank you
detail.
so much. Absolutely. So what,
What we'll do then is, so government is kind of a multi-step process. What we'll do is bring back on the consent calendar just the authorization for the art as presented from tonight's meeting, just on the consent calendar. Which, for formal approval, if that's the will be.
But she doesn't need to come back and do this all over again, right? But she's good to go, okay.
I don't think so.
no, it's on the consent calendar.
Does it say possible action?
I put possible action, special possible action.
Oh, it says possible
Oh, it does
action.
say possible action, just on the front it says.
Or it is provide direction to staff, so the council could go ahead and authorize and. And maybe we could specify, so the utility box at the. I'm sorry,
Next to 30 well.
next to 30 wow.
So,
that would be that one box. Were there any others that were under?
I think that's the only one that we own.
So that, the motion would be approval of the artist's concept at 30 Wildwood location.
we have a motion.
I would love to make that motion.
Do we have a second? I second, we have a second.
We have a bunch of seconds.
Motion carries 5-0. Thank you very much. Congratulations. It'll be on the formal consent calendar next week.
Thank you.
Sure, let us know when it's all done, so we can all come to see it.
Just to make sure, what's the next step exactly? Just so I know.
So actually, I think it is covered now. It'll appear in the minutes at our next meeting, but you don't have to be there with them. So the council has authorized your project. You'll work with city staff, so you'll work with myself and Mr. Jensen to get access to the site and to prep it and to whatever you need to do to get your artwork there.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mahela. You did a
You did
wonderful
a
job.
great job, and I apologize if I mispronounced your name.
Totally okay. It happens.
And then I'll get with you some sandpaper. Yeah, good to go.
Good job.
Thank you. Bye, thank you. And our final item, discussion on adding a public garbage and recycling can adjacent to 44/64 Davis Street, page 92 in our packets. City manager.
Thank you, Mayor Garnes, members of the council. So back on August 5th, the council directed that an agenda item be placed during this meeting to discuss placement of garbage cans adjacent to the southeast corner of the Dollar General following reports of garbage found on the ground. Staff did have a conversation with the ecology and just a quick rundown on how our public cans work in the city of Rio Dell. The city of Rio Dell has a franchise agreement for solid waste that is held currently by Recology Eel River. And that agreement spells out those public cans and their placement and how many can be added or subtracted in a given amount of time. And so we had recently added a number of cans, and at the last minute I expressed a little bit of concern that we may have been oversubscribed, and conversing with Mr. Nelson, he did not seem to think this would be a problem. to add the cans at the location. So as long as we have the cans available down at the yard, which I believe we do, we have extras. We can go ahead and place those cans and place them on the list for pickup. So if the council so desires, we can just move forward doing that. My understanding also is that Dollar General, Mr. Caldwell had a conversation with Dollar General, and that they agreed to also place another can outside of their door, so that, you know, customers would deposit the material there. So with that, I think it's relatively straightforward.
Is there a need for discussion from anyone? Public?
Chief, go ahead.
Yes, please.
Good evening.
Thank you for being here.
Bernice Statter, Suzanne Campbell from 65 Davis Street, and I got the ball rolling. I was so happy to hear what I heard. And I spoke to a staff in Dollar General, and she said, we don't put cans out. We are a corporation. We are some sort of laws that she has to go through everything to make sure everything is garbage correctly or recycled correctly. So she's not in favor of a can there, okay? I don't know how long she's been working. I don't remember her name, sorry. The city cans down at the school crossing would be great help. The can at the door, as you recommended, would be, Dollar General would be great. And we're also looking at cans that are half moons that you can put on chain link fences like at Laura Newman's house, okay? And because she says they come from Chevron and dump in her yard there. So there's a couple places we can put them there. And the young lady, the painter, can paint those.
Well, thank you.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. You know, just a short bag, a simple thing, doesn't have to go on the big barrel list, you know?
We're gonna start with this tonight and the rest we will.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Is there a motion to direct staff to move forward and work with Recology on the public garbage cans?
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Council reports. Do you want to go?
Yeah, you ready for this?
Go.
All right. Have a REDEC meeting Monday, August 25th, just a heads up. We are revamping our joint powers agreements through REDEC. They are very old and very depressing, racist, sexist, all these things. At some point before this council we'll have to approve the changes to the JPA. And something shady. It's me and Natalie Arroyo drinking too much coffee, really getting after it. So be on the lookout for that. The Cal Cities meeting on the 22nd, River Lodge, 3 p.m. The presentation is about wildfires and insurance companies, which is a very important thing, I think, to stay up on these days as electeds and as members of the community and homeowners. And yeah, so I'll be there. The chamber meeting originally was going to fall on Labor Day, so I believe they moved it to Monday, September 8th at 6 p.m. at the Community Resource Center. I'm about 85% sure that's the date. I think that's the date. If you really need to know, reach out to me and I'll confirm. Lots of resource center events coming up. Let's see, there is a blood drive August 27th from 11 to 5 p.m. down here. Overdose Awareness Day is August 31st. The Resource Center is putting on from 1 to 3 p.m. Come paint a rock in honor of somebody maybe that you know who has passed from an overdose. So it's just a sweet way to commemorate and a nice way for the Resource Center to support the community and its various needs. Lastly, the Touch a Truck event will be Saturday, September 6th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Fire Hall. It's really fun even for grown-ups and always a good time. So encourage showing up that. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Wilson.
I don't have any meetings for the person, there is RCA later, I guess next week. But I'm going to get in, want to thank staff that she did go over the volunteer, so participate, to do it CNC, and out there, I'm afraid for them. They somehow with it's not. But it just a thank you. So,
Thank you, Councilmember Orr.
I have an H code meeting coming up Thursday, otherwise not.
Councilmember Woodall.
No, nuisance again? Oh, the nuisance in there, that's it, Rio.
Oh. It's like, oh, we're having a nuisance meeting tomorrow at 3:00 here in the city.
It is, that's it, central. I think there's missing something there. Okay, thank you. And I have nothing to report out because the meeting has already been reported on twice on Friday. And everyone, if you can go, it's usually, you know, other cities have staff members show up besides just the council member or the city manager. So some have like multiple council members. So feel free to show up at the River Lodge if you have nothing else going on Friday at 3. So I think that is it. And with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Have a motion and a second? Meeting adjourned.